Hey everybody, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I hope you're doing well today. It is June 29th, 2024, and I wanted to come to you guys to discuss a case that I'm, first of all, absolutely shocked about. I'm stunned about it. It's one of those cases that I really view as a little bit unbelievable, strange, and just unreal. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time. I'm gonna share with you about the case of a West Virginia couple who her name I believe is Jayan or Janae or no Jean Ann K. White Feather. His name is Donald Roy Luntz, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm going to get into the details. I'm just giving it a few minutes for some people to join. But this couple from West Virginia were foster parents in the foster care system. And if I'm, yeah, I believe that's correct. They were foster parents. They adopted um, children. They adopted young children. They were pretty wealthy, pretty well off in West Virginia. I'm not really sure what they did for work. I'm just coming into this case and kind of digging in. So I'm still peeling back the onion, guys. So there will be additional details and follow-up updates to come about this West Virginia couple. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. If you're catching this on the replay gang, go on ahead and smash that like button for me one time. Welcome, you're here on the live. Go on ahead and smash the like button for me one time. And if this is your first time here, go on ahead and subscribe. Set your notifications to all so that you're notified when I go live or add new content. All right, so let's get into this case. It occurred in Sissonville, West Virginia. A couple is accused of allegedly locking children up in a barn and forcing them to work. They are now, as of June 11th, back behind bars because this case, y'all, let me tell you something. This case actually happened, I believe they're saying it was February of 2022 that this entire case unraveled and indictments were brought against the pair, but they made bond back then. So this is an update to the original story. And I'm just now finding out about it. And I'm talking about this because I don't understand why there's not a public outcry regarding this. You'll understand why I'm, this case, I will be following it, okay, and sharing updates as they become available. I do intend to submit a FOIA, a Freedom of Information Act form over to the Superior Court in West Virginia so that I can get, some additional information such as the warrant affidavit, things of that nature. Anything that's available for public access, I'm going to try to get regarding this case. But let me continue. So as of June 11th, they were back behind bars. and on a bond that's more than double what they were already given. The new bond is now set at $500,000 each. Donald Ray Luntz, 63 years old, and Janan K. Whitefeather, 62 years old, appeared in Kanawha, I believe it's, what is it? Kanawha County Court Tuesday, pleading not guilty to over a dozen new charges against them, including human trafficking of minor child, use of minor child for forced labor, and child neglect, creating substantial risk of serious bodily injury or unaliving. The county circuit judge, Mary Claire Akers, said she believed the couple's previous bond of $200,000 was not enough, along with human trafficking and neglect, was serious risk of bodily injury or unaliving. I don't find the bond to be sufficient, Acker said. So the judge basically saw them and felt that based on the crimes alleged, the bond was entirely too low. Let me stop here real quick and give you guys a little bit of the backstory. These two individuals, well off, wealthy, adopted African American children and basically utilized them on their farm as in a modern day slavery type fashion. The children were made to sleep in a barn, no covers, no blankets, nothing. No running water. When the police found them in the barn, one of the children there, I believe it was a 16-year-old, explained that she hadn't eaten for 12 hours. Like she hadn't eaten, she was hungry. The children were wearing torn and tattered looking clothing. I mean, this is in 2022, guys. This is something that happened in 2022. The system that is in place allegedly to care for, foster, and adopt out children is broken. It's clearly broken. It's broken. How does it happen that these people are allowed to adopt these children and force them into slave labor, essentially? How does that happen? It's just, this boggles when and then why is Court TV, why is Law and Crime not picking this case up? This case is high profile. I would imagine that this case is high profile based on the crimes that are being alleged. So I'm flabbergasted, guys. So I'll continue with this article. Luntz and Whitefeather were first arrested last October. Okay, I stand corrected. It was October of last year, 2023, after a wellness check led to the discovery of two of the couple's five adopted children living in deplorable conditions, locked in a shed on the Sissonville property on Cayenne Lane. The indictment also alleges human rights violations, alleging the adopted children, who were Black, were specifically targeted by the couple and forced to work because of their race. Ackers, this is the circuit court judge, said it's an indictment she's never seen before during her time as a judge. It alleges human trafficking, human rights violations, the use of forced labor, Acker said, human rights violations specific to the fact that these children were targeted because of their race, and they were used basically as slaves from what the indictment alleges. This comes after concerns from Kanawha County prosecutors that their original cash bond were obtained through trafficking profits. After the couple was able to acquire the $400,000 bond money for their release from jail in February, the county assistant prosecuting attorney Christopher Kanowick had called the money posted to secure the couple's release contraband directly or indirectly used or intended for use to violate human trafficking laws. After their arrest last fall, Luntz and Whitefeather had indicated that they had no income or assets, bringing into question where they had acquired the money for the bond. The district attorney's office stated that the couple sold an 80-acre ranch in Tonascati, Washington, for $725,000 on February 2nd. Whitefeather's brother, Marcus Hughes, posted the $200,000 bonds to release the couple from the South Central Regional Jail 3 days later. On March 28th, the prosecutor noted that they had sold their Sissonville home, where they were arrested, for $295,000. Prosecutors say that even if their bond money came from a legitimate source, its intended use was human trafficking and forced labor. The couple's money still remains in the custody of the county circuit court clerk's office. The prosecutor believes it should be transferred over to a trust fund for the children. In a previous statement made to the court, Whitefeather alleged that the barn, where the 14 and 16-year-old were found locked in, was a teenage clubhouse, and that they were not locked inside. Neighbors also reported that the children were forced to perform farm labor and were not permitted inside the residence. as the filing stated. Guys, these kids were adopted by this family, 14-year-old and a 16-year-old African American children, forced into modern day slavery. Essentially, they were farmhands. They weren't allowed to go in the main house. They were filled, and I'm gonna say it. I'm probably gonna ruin my opportunity for monetization on this video, but it's okay. I'm gonna say it. They were field niggas. They were field niggas. This well-off, wealthy couple adopted these children to put them into a life of servitude. My goodness, this is terrible. Okay, I'm gonna continue. Deputies said they found the two teenagers locked in the shed with only a small RV porta potty and no running water. The 16-year-old girl told deputies they had been locked in the building for approximately 12 hours and were last given food around 6 a.m. that day. The children also said they were forced to sleep on the concrete floor of the shed without a mattress or padding. Court documents stated that the 14-year-old boy had open sores on his bare feet and that the children were dirty, smelled of body odor. In addition, deputies said they found a 9-year-old girl inside the main house, and 3 hours from when law enforcement arrived, Luntz came home with an 11-year-old boy. Whitefeather came home about an hour after that and led deputies to a 6-year-old girl who had been with acquaintances from the couple's church. A trial for the couple is set for September 9th. So these people in West Virginia, well-off couple, adopt these African American children and force them into a life of servitude, forced labor, have them living in literally back in the slave days. I will be following this case. It is not, it's wild to me that it's not being televised. I don't understand. I'm gonna reach out to Court TV and Law and Crime to suggest this case to be one that they follow and televise, because I need to see what the outcome of this is. I need to see what the ramifications are. And to be honest with you, this really blows my mind that this can happen in this day and age, that this is actually happening in this day and age. These two people adopted Black children and targeted them for forced labor because of the color of their skin. Because of the color of their skin. Yeah. Because of the color of their skin. It's just terrible. It's just terrible, guys. What are your thoughts? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hey, Susan, how are you? Have you guys heard about this case? Have you guys heard about this case at all? Or is this your first time? Right. The exploitation. Yes. Most definitely exploitation. Is this the first time you're hearing about the case? Wow, it's the first time. Hey, BB London. That is crazy. I can't believe this is the first time you guys are hearing about this case. Yeah, this couple adopted Black children and forced them into modern day slavery. Had them living in a let me upload something real quick to my stories. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it on my other channel. I'm gonna upload because I'm on the banner that I have. That, guys, let me take a moment and just plug my other channel. My other channel is my true crime channel. This is technically a pre-record for me because I'm unable to stream live over there right now. So what I've been doing is like doing my lives for the new channel over here, so that then I can, what you call it, I can hold on, y'all, give me a second. I can go ahead and download the, there we go, what I wanted. Shoot. I can go ahead and download the, it won't do it right. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. I could download the video and upload it on my other channel. Look, I'm trying to do like 3 things at one time, and it ain't working out for me. It ain't working out for me. One thing at a time. I want to go ahead and upload their pictures. I'm going to upload their pictures on my Danny Love channel, on my community wall. Guys, if you're not already subscribed over there, please take a moment and subscribe. And let me see. I really appreciate everybody that's already hopped on and subbed to that channel, helping it grow. I'm actually right now at 110 subscribers. Guys, I need to get to, what is it, 500 subs? Yeah, I need 500 subs in order to stream live on my true crime channel. And also, in order for me to be able to partake in the monetization, like, what is it called? Chats, memberships, super chats, memberships, and a host of other benefits. So guys, if you're not already subscribed to my Danny Love channel, subscribe today. I will put the link in the description of this video. But here's a photo of the gentleman, Donald Ray Luntz, the 63-year-old. And here is a picture of his woman, his wife. I don't know. They have different names, so they're probably common law. But Jan Hay Whitefeather, that's them. These people adopted African American children and force them into slave labor. And they, seriously, I honestly, in my honest of opinions, if they hadn't got caught, I just wonder what type of life those children, those foster children, would have had, just continuing on living like that. It's just so sad. And then, you know what trips me out too? The neighbors. The neighbors. Hold on. I'm familiar with this case. Oh, you have seen this case? BB, I didn't know. I didn't know that you've seen it. Yeah. This is one of the cases that really, turned my stomach. But what really creeps me out is that the neighbors say, yeah, the kids were being forced into forced labor. So why didn't the neighbors call the authorities? I mean, maybe they did call the authorities. Maybe they're the ones that called in the wellness check. But I mean, I don't understand how. I'm following this case because I need to know how long those children were in their care. How long was the adoption finalized? Because usually when you adopt a child in any state, you usually, that becomes your child. And the state kind of steps away. In some cases, they do provide a stipend for the child. But in others, that's your kid. That's your responsibility. That's what you're supposed to, you're taking this child as on as if you birthed them. So it's just terrible that the 14-year-old boy had sores on his feet. Can you imagine what it takes for you to actually have sores on your feet? How many hours a day they have been forced to do whatever it is that she needed them to do on that farm? I really hope that they do not get a slap on the wrist for this. I really, really hope that as a society, I hope that as humanity, we have come far enough to where we have zero tolerance for this. The children, they're already traumatized because they're in the system and they're away from their biological mother and their biological father, their biological family. I don't know, guys. This one really, really, really churned my stomach. It really does. But I will be back with updates as they become available. Currently, the couple is still behind bars. The judge reset their bonds, as I stated, at $500,000 apiece. $500,000 apiece. The district attorney has seized their finances because they believe that it's from proceeds associated with their crimes. So they've seized their assets. And we'll see what happens September 9th. I'm researching the area. Look, I've been to West Virginia before, right? I told my daughter, I was like, oh my gosh, there's a case in West Virginia that I definitely am looking at. I'm looking at heavy. I'm looking at to like probably attend. And she's like, you don't want to go to West Virginia. Excuse me. But I've been to West Virginia before. I've been to West Virginia before. It was just fine. It was absolutely fine. Many moons ago, I used to manage the inpatient hospitalist group at Beckley, West Virginia. It's called the hospitals, the ARH Beckley, West Virginia Hospital. It's still there in Beckley, but I managed the inpatient service there. And I would go there once a month. Absolutely. I went to West Virginia on a regular basis. So, I'm familiar with West Virginia. So, but I am going to do some research as far as where this case is being held. Hopefully, it's being held in Charleston. Charleston is a more progressive city in West Virginia. So, if I do decide to attend, I won't feel so weirded out because I mean, these allegations, like, it's people out there that's doing this. So I'm like, look, I don't want to, I don't want to have to beat nobody up. So I will keep you guys posted on whether or not I will be there in person or if this will be a case where we'll just review all documents on the docket available to the public by way of the Freedom of Information Act. But that's all I have for you on this case, guys. I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted on this one. Until next time.